Good evening, everybody. Game Time Brian, otherwise known as the Mailman, want to wish everybody a happy St. Patrick's Day. I hope all your Irish dreams come true. Be safe out there. We're all Irish on St. Patrick's Day, so I wanted to give you a shout out. I am decked in my Irish gear. Wanted to do a mock draft 3.0. This is where I pick everybody's spot based on free agent moves up till this point. We will have fun and do a mock draft simulator where we let the computer pick. But for the sake of this exercise, we are going to do my mock draft 3.0. So let's get her started now. We are going to go with Caleb Williams. We saw that Justin Fields was traded today to Pittsburgh, so they're taking Caleb. Make no mistake. I can't see them doing anything other than taking Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams goes to Chicago, opening up the door for Washington. I believe they're taking Jaden Daniels. I'm not going to change my mind. I'll be shocked if they go Drake May. I hope they go Drake May because I think that would be a mistake. And since they're in our division, I would hope that. But I think they make the right decision and go Jaden Daniels. That leaves Drake May to fall to the hapless New England Patriots. They got rid of Mac Jones for a cup of coffee, basically. Drake May goes to Seattle. That opens up Arizona. They need wide receiver, defensive tackle. It makes too much sense to go Marvin Harrison Jr. Now, I like Malik Neighbors, but I think they stick with the chalk here and go Marvin Harrison with the pedigree. It's kind of easy. Now, we saw the Chargers are on board. They need corner, but they also need wide receiver. They just got rid of Keenan Allen and Mike Williams. So I think there's no way in God's green earth that they go with a corner here. They need to go out and get a wide receiver. It could be Rome Odunze just based on size, but I'm going to go with Malik Neighbors. I have him rated high. As far as a Cowboy fan, it doesn't really matter because they're both going to be gone. We'll go Malik Neighbors. Makes a lot of sense there. I think originally I had them going with an offensive tackle, but you lose both of your weapons. You need to get the young quarterback some help there. That leaves the Giants. The Giants need wide receiver, corner, running back. Joe Alt staring him in the face. But I think they go Rome Odunze. Makes a lot of sense. Big target. Love it. That leaves the Tennessee Titans. I don't know how. I mean, pick whoever you want. You have your pick of whoever. I think they go with Joe Alt. He's a can't miss prospect. So if you want a day one guy, that's what you do. Go to number 8, Atlanta Falcons. They need edge, corner, wide receiver. Edge, corner, wide receiver. Atlanta did get Kirk Cousins. I don't see them going wide receiver in the first round. Possibly Terrion Arnold, either Terrion Arnold or I'm going to go Dallas Turner here or Latu. Dallas Turner or Latu. I'm going to say they go with the best edge rusher in the class and go Latu. Don't ask me. That's just that's what I'm thinking. That leaves the Chicago Bears. They took Caleb Williams. They've loaded up on receiver. So they need edge. I think they go and get now I'm thinking a sneaky could be Brock Bowers, but I think they go defense here, and I think they go and get Dallas Turner. Big boy. I think that's what they do. Jets are on the clock. They need wide receiver, offensive tackle. I think they go offensive tackle here. They did pick up Tyron Smith, but if you know anything about Tyron, you need to have multiple bodies there because he does get hurt. Offensive tackle, Penn State. Fuaga, I think they go Fuaga here. I think Fashion New drops down. I love Fuaga. He's mean and nasty. I think he's rising people. Fuaga out of Oregon State. Okay, you got Minnesota Vikings. They are hurting, hurting, hurting. As much as I don't think that he deserves to go this high, I think that they go J.J. McCarthy. I think I would go with the other quarterback, Penix, but I keep hearing it. I keep hearing it. We're going to go with McCarthy to Minnesota. That leaves the Denver Broncos. Denver needs quarterback as well. Pick your poison. I think they take one here. They could go, yeah, I think they take one right here. Um, Offense, QB. I think they go Michael Penix. Sorry, Bo Nix, you're not going here. Michael Penix goes to the Denver Broncos. This is where you're going to see a lot of trades, people. I just think that's the case. But for the sake of this mock, we're not going to do trades, and that's just what we're going to do. So we got the 13th pick. We got the Oakland. I almost said Oakland Raiders. Las Vegas Raiders. Their needs are quarterback, offensive tackle, and running back. I don't think they go corner here, or do they? Do they? Oof. Mm-mm-mm. Um, don't know about that. Do they go Bo Nix? I'm going to say no and say they don't take to help to not make our mock too easy. I think they go offensive tackle. I think they go Fashiono here. And let's roll. Let's ride. 14, they need offensive tackle, offensive guard, defensive tackle. We are going to give them J.C. Latham, gone. This is where that run of offensive tackles go. Um, Setting up number 15, they need wide receiver and corner, safety, edge, tight end. Brock Bowers is staring you in the face, but I think they go with the best cornerback on the board at this point, Terry Arnold, gone at 15. Arnold might go earlier than this, but that's just where I have him. Um, That's sets up number 16, the Seattle Seahawks, offensive guard, offensive center. This is where I don't really know. Offensive guard, offensive center, linebacker, defensive tackle. Um, I think they go with Troy Fontenot here. I originally had him go with Jackson Powers Johnson, but I think they go with a really, really, really good offensive tackle. Boom, he stays in the state of Seattle, Washington. He stays in Washington and plays home. Um, Wanted to switch it up a little bit. 17, Jacksonville Jags are on the board. They need corner, they need wide receiver, they need defensive tackle. Corner, wide receiver, defensive tackle. But I think looking at the board, you could go Brian Thomas Jr. here. You could go Johnny Newton. But you're looking at a, I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe they go wide receiver. Do they go Brian Thomas here? You know what? I'm going to give him a weapon. I'm going to go Brian Thomas goes early to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Boom. You need to help out that quarterback. Um, he just lost a big time receiver to the Tennessee Titans. So Ridley. So this is where I would go. Did Ridley? Oh no, Ridley what? No, I was mistaken. But we're still going with Brian Thomas. I think he needs a weapon. That sets up 18. Defensive tackle, offensive tackle, wide receiver. Um, I think this is where you see the big boy uh, go. I think he's got way too much upside. I think Amarius Mims goes here to the Cincinnati Bengals. Sorry, Cowboys fans. I wanted them, but for this mock draft, I wanted to switch it up a little bit and you see what's going on. I'm going to go Mims there. 19, they need cornerback, edge, linebacker, defensive tackle. Jared Verse is sitting there. A Kenyon Mitchell. I don't know who they like more. You got Nate Wiggins. Do they like Nate Wiggins? 6 foot 195, 6'1", 173. I am going to go with an edge rusher here. I'm gonna go Jared Verse goes to LA. You know what? We're going to switch it up here with the retirement of the big boy in the middle. Aaron Donald just retired. We're going to go with the big boy in the middle. So we're going to go with Johnny Newton to come in, fill a need immediately through the draft. Makes too much sense there. Didn't want to overthink it, but I think that might be the play. That sets up number 20. They need offensive tackle, offensive center, cornerback. This one here makes too much sense. It's going to come down to Jackson Powers Johnson, Tyler Guyton, or a Kenyon Mitchell. Sorry, Cowboys fans. I'm going to go with Jackson Powers Johnson to the Steelers. That sets up the Miami Dolphins. They need offensive guard, offensive tackle. I think they go and they get Tyler Guyton goes to the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins did pick up a center in free agency. So I think that's what happens there. Pick number 22. They need a corner. They don't need tight end, but Brock Bowers is staring at you. They need a linebacker. They need a wide receiver. They need a safe. They did pick up a Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. I think they go cornerback here or edge rusher, Jared Verse. They did pick up Huff. So I'm going to go a Kenyon Mitchell or Nate Wiggins. We'll go with the guy I like. I don't know who they like. Let's go Kenyon Mitchell out of Toledo. Bam. The Eagles get themselves an awesome cornerback. That sets up the Vikings. They need a quarterback, defensive tackle, offensive guard, cornerback, a quarterback, defensive tackle, offensive guard. Well, I think this is where they go. Graham Barton goes to the Minnesota Vikings. I don't think they go with that quarterback right there. And the Dallas Cowboys are on the clock. They have been wiped out with offensive tackle. You're looking at some edge rushers here. Jared Verse. The hell of a pick there. I would use this opportunity to trade down. If I were them in this situation, I would be bailing from this pick, maybe try and trade Brock Bowers. You got a Nate Wiggins. You got a Byron Murphy. Do they like Byron Murphy? I don't know that they like him or don't like him. I'm doing the picks, so I would definitely trade down here. Everything I want has been wiped out. So let's propose a trade here. Let's propose a trade to. Let's propose it to Kansas City. We'll go Kansas City and Dallas. Bing. We want 32 for 24. Actually, no. Let's scrap that back. Let's go to Buffalo. Buffalo. Wait, let's do it again. Let's go with Dallas and Buffalo. Give up 24. I want 28. And we want a 134. Propose. Confirm. Wow, they rejected my trade. Okay, well, we got to stick and pick then, people. Um, if I'm doing this right here, I'm gonna take the edge rusher. I don't know who they like better. 6'3", 330. That's wrong. 334. Uh, I don't know who they like better. I'm gonna go Jared Verse to the Dallas Cowboys edge rusher. It's not necessarily somebody they need, but you got to take the best player available. You got you have D Law getting older. That's what I would do there. Pick number 25, the Green Bay Packers. They need linebacker, corner, offensive guard. We're going to give them uh, Nate Wiggins. Tampa Bay, edge, corner, offensive tackle. Give them Tampa Bay, Tampa Bay. We're gonna switch it up and give him Keon Coleman to get a replacement for Mike Evans when he retires. Boom. At 27, they need wide receiver, defensive tackle. We gave them a wide receiver earlier, defensive tackle and corner. We're gonna give them the best tight end in the class to help them out. Brock Bowers finally goes. I think he'll be long gone. I think he'll be trade bait. If Dallas is on the clock, Dallas should trade back. But for this sake, we're just going to stick and pick who falls in our lap. So Brock Bowers goes to a 27. That sets up I think wide receiver. The Buffalo Bills wide receiver safety. Did they take the best safety? A Cooper DeJean? Did they take Chop Robinson? Did they take the wide receiver? I think they go with the speedster out of Texas, Adonai Mitchell. Boom. I think Stephon Diggs' days are numbered in Buffalo. That's what I see. Detroit Lions, edge rusher, corner, defensive tackle. I think they're going to go for a corner here, or a safety. I don't know. Edge, corner, defensive tackle. They just signed DJ Reader. Um, we'll give them offensive guard, wide receiver, edge. We'll give them Chop Robinson. The rich get richer. Setting up 30. They need wide receiver, offensive guard, edge. We are going to give them. We're going to give them Cooper DeJean. That's what we're going to give them. We're going to give them Cooper DeJean because the best athlete on the board. Setting up 31. The 49ers offensive tackle corner, defensive tackle. They just have made some changes. I think this is a good opportunity. Javon Kinlaw is gone. They, the man in the middle, the big guy, did not want to restructure his deal. He's a free agent now. So we'll give them Byron Murphy. Setting up 32. They need wide receiver, offensive tackle, linebacker. They just got a wide receiver in free agency. So I don't believe they're going wide receiver at this point. I think they go with the offensive tackle out of BYU, Kingsley, or they go Jordan Morgan. But because of the BYU ties, I'm going to stay consistent and give this pick to Andy Reid, a BYU alum. Bang. So there is the first round. Let me see. Full results. This is what we look at. As a Cowboy fan, I wouldn't want that. I would be looking to trade back. But this is why we do this. just looking at some of the names that I want as a Cowboy fan that I would hope that would come to us. Um, let's see here. Troy Fountaino, I really love. Brian Thomas Jr., we don't necessarily have to have a receiver in the first round, so I'm not upset here, but his stock is rising. But Fountaino, Mims, Jackson Powers Johnson, Tyler Guyton. Look out for those four. I don't know what they think about Graham Barton. Um, if this scenario stays the same, I think they go Jared Verse or Chop Robinson. I don't know who they prefer, but I think they would go edge there. I would go a Keon Coleman. I would go with Keon Coleman, but I would definitely be trying to trade back with Buffalo or somebody 32 to regain our fourth round pick. But we're not doing trades yet. I may do some mocks tomorrow where we'll mess around and do trades. But there it is, everybody. Game Time Bryan's mock draft 3.0. Again, everybody, happy St. Patrick's Day. Good night, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Late.